Yep.
Wow. What is that?
Baby, I'm a Biden boy. Wow, this is a freak show.
Now we're going to do something extremely fun.
Where's the lamb sauce?
To the new kingdom. It's the Our Big Dumb Mouth podcast. Now, here's your hosts, Midnight Mike, Joe, and cornbread.
Use all thriller.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fun-filled podcast adventure. Hooray! My name is Midnight Mike. We're running a little late here. It's all right. And Cretched is over there on screen. Yes, hitting displays. Everything works here. In case you don't work.
I've been here for 7 years.
What happens when I've been here for 8 years next year?
Well, at that point in time, I think you're crap out of luck. Right. Watching my language here.
Getting requests that I need to wear a turkey hat. I don't have a turkey hat. I have a Halloween hat. I have a New Year's hat. I have a Christmas hats.
Yes.
No turkey hats.
No turkey hats. No turkey hats, people.
I've got a lot of other hats. I'm putting all. Well, no, hold on.
Maybe there's a turkey hat. I could have swore you had a turkey hat.
I do have. I have our yellow Piss Army beret sent to us from our good Dutch news agent Herman.
Yeah, thank you, Herman.
So there you go. Wear it like that, like a pancake.
There you go. So there were some complaints, at least that I received on like Spotify and Twitter, that there was a ground hum throughout the past few episodes, which I didn't notice.
I blame Mr. Mustache.
I thought it was just on my side, but it was going out to the feed. So I think I corrected it. I will know on playback, and if it doesn't work, then I'm tearing the entire studio apart here in a few days, and I'm setting everything back up anyways, so I will find it then. But I think I definitely mitigated it or reduced it, so I apologize for that. I pride myself on good audio, and we're doing the best we can here, yes. Let's see here. We do have Alex Jones Clips of the Week coming up. Yes, I believe we do. This is our special Thanksgiving. I almost said Halloween. Special Thanksgiving broadcast. Most people took the day off. I noticed like a lot of YouTubers decided to just phone it in. And that's not what we're doing. We're here because we love to do the show. We like to provide some kind of entertainment. And there's no better way to kick off the show than a little Thanksgiving song. You remember this song that came out years ago? It's called It's Thanksgiving. Remember this one, Gretchen?
Is this like the Friday song?
Yeah. So it was just, it was riding the wave of the Friday song done by the same producer. And it's
really? So they tried to do a version of the Friday song, but as Thanksgiving.
Correct. The same producer said, I can get another white girl, have her sing these lyrics. And plus, from a marketing angle, ingenious. There's not a lot of Thanksgiving songs.
No, were they trying to force it?
Yeah. Thank you.
This song sucks.
Yeah, it's not the best, but the chorus is pretty kicking. We're going to listen to this. Yeah. December was Christmas.
Why is they say December was Christmas? It's not December yet.
Yeah, I know. They're like for this song, the year begins on Thanksgiving. So the calendar year actually starts on Thanksgiving according to this song, which totally throws off a lot of kids and how they learn like the calendar in school. So yeah, it's not very good.
Why don't you at least play the Adam Sandler Thanksgiving song?
Hold on a second.
No, this is terrible.
Yeah. All right, there's like one Thanksgiving song out there, and that's it.
Again.
Yeah, that's it, people. That's all we got for Thanksgiving songs. Okay. To cleanse the palate, let's go over and do some Alex Jones clips of the week. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
You owe everyone an apology for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, people. I really am.
I'm going to take my hat off because of that now. So you ruined it.
I'm sorry.
It's terrible.
Yeah, sorry. I know.
Stop the show. We'll just start again.
Yeah.
So I apologize for that happening.
Yes, I do. I apologize for that happening. We're going to go over right now to Alex Jones Clips of the Week. He's back in a big way. We're going to go back to Thursday the 20th. Here we go.
I am having an anxiety attack right now, which I rarely have. Oh, he just had a disconnected. His thing from Brazil cut out. Let's reconnect. This is what it's all about. Trump, go out and fire automatic machine guns. Trump, shoot up cases of Bud Light. I'm not kidding. Trump, go shoot skeet.
But that escalated very quickly.
Yeah, it certainly did.
What was he talking about?
I don't know.
These are all taken out of context.
Trying to give advice to Trump on how he should run his administration.
how he should be celebrating Thanksgiving.
Oh, possibly. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is his Joe Biden moment.
Fired 2 blasts outside the house.
You got to one-up them.
Yeah.
Go out and fire automatic machine guns in cases of Bud Light.
Yeah. Here is Friday. Here we go.
Go blow up that church and kill all those men, women, and children because they shot some federal agents who shot them first.
Lord.
I'm going to personally kill these governors. I'm just going to tilt this mic a little closer to you. Senators and Congress people and intelligence heads and, heads of, just shut up. The tranny armies will defeat us. This cowardly piece of shit that can't even wipe her ass. This is obvious sex operative. You're a beautiful woman. No, thank you. We have disgusting activity by Mike. You don't even have to say your real name or where you're calling from. You can just say you're calling from Mars.
Oops, here we go. Oh, anyway,
that one.
There we go. 3 times the charm right there. Wow. Then we go to Monday. This is a longer one. Here we go.
Do me a favor, talk right into your telephone. Get into the gatekeeping and take phone calls from Joe. Go ahead and unmute yourself, yeah. God, I love taking these calls. That's exactly the point I meant to make today. I don't know if I may have. I don't do just mindless one-line sound bites. I was rarely in the lunchroom in high school. I'll just leave it at that. I was usually out in the parking lot with one of my girlfriends. I'm leaving Trump. I'm not mad at you, but we just can't have that cousin. Jesus is king, and by the way, have some bacon. Joe will quantify that for us. Thanks for calling. Piss on us. So he hit me in the ass. They had the bacon. Throw people off roofs that are homosexuals. It's driving me crazy. When you're not drinking, call me back. You're all going to hell if you don't have Jesus. Listen right now. You're going to prison in Florida for 5 years.
I like that.
Do you have the one where he got a little tongue-tied and was
just kind of trailed
jabbering?
off?
Yeah. Pull that one down?
Let's see if let's see. Jeez, is it? No, it wasn't that one. It was.
Get into the gatekeeping and take phone calls from Joe.
No, it's not
Nope,
it.
wasn't that.
Go ahead and unmute yourself, yeah.
Nope.
God, I love taking these calls. That's exactly the point I meant to make today. I don't know if I may have.
Oh, which one is that? I'm going to pull that one.
That is from Monday, and it is the 4th one in the zip file. All right. Yeah, that's God, I love taking these phone calls. All right, we're going to go down to Tuesday. Here we go.
A bomb on a purse in a plane. Boop. Do remove that off InfoWars. 4 inches, Private Pile. 4 inches. I bet if there was some pussy up on that obstacle you get up there. I can do this, though. This will be successful. How about 15 minutes? How about 15 minutes of this? I can't talk because there's no other news. I predicted the Easter Bunny would arrive in a giant pink flying saucer on New Year's Eve. I think I'll just throw in the towel at this point. I had a lot of the news to hit. I'm not even mad. It's just, I just love it. I just love it all. I want service-to-air missile clips. I do not want bomb on a purse clip. It's like sticking your wiener, in somebody that's got 14 diseases without a condom. AI music has made me nauseous. Oh, thank you for that. Enjoy your Supermax prison. This is so exciting. We're going to report on the reporting, but what does that reporting mean?
Yeah, and we got one more here, people. We got Wednesday. Let's not forget about Wednesday.
And I said, damn it, Like Patrick Henry said, the war's already begun. Those were West Virginia National Guard. The governor now reporting they are both dead. My parents were buying any books I wanted, and I was reading PhD stuff by the time I was 10. Sit on the sideline with your thumb up your ass. The Second American Revolution is now live. Unmute your microphone. We just turned on the lights, bitch. We've got breaking news. The London Telegraph is reporting 2 National Guard officers shot in Washington, D.C. Wow, I love this. You're in big trouble.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this quite some news. Quite some news going on here. We did get before we get to the headlines here, people. We did get a bit of a shout out on a bigger show. I want to play it.
Yeah, I think this is well worth doing.
Yeah, it's from Armed Attorneys. We got a shout out, and
well, specifically from Richard on the show.
Yeah.
And Emily hates us because apparently we're juvenile and nonsense. But Richard and everyone else is a big fan. So, and I'll say in return, I appreciate what they do. I'm glad they're out there defending Second Amendment rights and speaking truth to power for anti-constitutionalists who want to get rid of all of it.
Usually when
I just had to mute some stuff, people. But I'll play the clip here. Here it is up on screen, and I'll play it over here so we all can enjoy this. And big shout out. Always appreciate that. And we'll listen to it in full context and respond in an appropriate and professional way. Here we go.
Usually when Congress names something, it does the opposite of what it says it does.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all right.
Also, I can only think of that stupid podcast that you and the boys of the office and my husband listen to that's got an abbreviated name like that.
Yeah, OBDM.
OBDM. That's all I can think of.
I love it. I can't.
Stupid podcast.
I have nothing but good things to say.
But we really do irritate her a lot, apparently.
Well, I appreciate Richard knowing exactly what she was talking about, and he just smiled and waited for the opportunity to name it. So, thanks for that.
I appreciate that. And I explained this clip to my wife. She didn't hear it, but she explained it, and she's like, "I can see that. You guys are juveniles. It's a bit of she says like we're a bro show, but not really. At least that not intentionally a bro show, but I can see that,
Not wittingly
a bro show.
Are we a bro show?
I don't think so. We're just a bunch of dudes talking to guys. And
you just played a song at the beginning of this episode from a 12-year-old girl whose soulless mother forced her into trying to make her into a pop star.
Correct. Yeah.
How is that bro show?
I don't know. But I understand this show's not for everyone, and it does take a lot of work to actually be this stupid. We don't like it does take a good amount of effort. Like you could just be stupid on the internet. It happens every day. But the sound
that's over on TikTok.
Yeah, but to sound this professional, to mix it the way it's mixed, to produce it, to really get like stupidity produced as well as we do it, that's quite an accomplishment. And we appreciate the shout out. So
I like what they do. So regardless of maybe some of their attorneys not fans of our nonsense, I am a fan of what they are doing.
That's fine. I'm used to this.
As someone who has transported enough stuff across state lines to make the news if I was pulled over, I appreciate what they do.
Yeah, I get it. Not everyone's going to like the podcast, and Lord only knows. I know this from being in metal bands in my early years, that not a lot of people liked it. There's an acquired taste to a lot of what I have made in my life, and I guess it's the way it is. Extremely unpopular.
Keep digging that hole. Got to obey the first law holes.
Yeah, but we'll move on here, people. But
hey, before you do.
Yeah.
In regards to production quality, talking about on-the-fly production, check the second MP3 in the Carrot Shop.
The second?
Did this one on the fly.
Oh, all right.
Hey, yo.
Let's check this out.
Measure that out.
Oh, wait, I have to download it. Also, it only comes out mono if I don't download it. Here we go.
Measure that. I don't know if I made up.
It kind of sounds like that bot from Star
Buck
Wars.
Rogers?
No, from Star Wars. Fear not, fear not. You know what I'm talking about? The Imperial probe droid. It does.
Mm.
It does. It sounds like the Imperial probe droid.
If it were voiced by Alex Jones?
Yes. Here it is.
Measure that. I don't know if I made up.
It is. That, I mean, if I slow down.
Measure that. I don't know if I made up.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Just put that one on loop and just run it. No, not that one.
Oh, I don't know. All right, it's pretty close. I'll do something with it, but it's brilliant.
Measure that. I don't know if I made up.
You could just loop that, and it would just be great.
Yeah, it would be. It almost sounds like Boomhauser from King of the Hill. Boomhauser.
Hey, yo.
You're thinking of Hauser, who was the fake name embedded in Doug Quaid in Total Recall.
Total Recall, yeah. Hauser. Douglas Quaid.
That was a double deep cut. But apparently there's a new Total Recall movie.
Yep, heard it's okay.
No, not Total Recall. Running Man. Running Man.
Heard it's
They're
okay.
the same movie.
Heard it's okay.
Yeah, is it any good?
Heard it's all right. But I haven't seen it, but it's heard. We'll move on. We're going to do some headlines right now. And while we're on that topic of like some shooting that happened that Alex Jones was talking about, I'll bring up this headline here. DC gunfire, 2 National Guardsmen shot in targeted attack 2 blocks from White House as Trump slams animal and FBI probe in terror. So they're looking at this as a terror attack. Here's Kash Patel all wide-eyed on national TV.
Hopped up on goofballs.
Yeah, he's very wide-eyed. Something's going on there. But we can see. I'll play it. Maybe there's some a good bit of audio. I was actually just gonna try to peruse the article here, but why do I got to do that when the Cash Man can tell us for himself? So let's see here. Do I got that? Yeah, here we go. National Guard lockdown. But this is very concerning news. We'll find out soon. We'll find out how concerned we should be. So there.
Looks like 2 National Guard members have been shot with rapid fire.
We're here to brief you on the tragic events that happened today at approximately 2:15 local time in Washington, D.C., where 2 of our brave members of the National Guard and the Department of War were brazenly attacked in a horrendous act of violence. They were shot. They're in critical condition.
Members of the D.C. National Guard were on high visibility patrols in the area of 17th and I Street Northwest when a suspect came around the corner, raised his arm with a firearm, and discharged it at the National Guard members. The National Guard members, there were other members that were in the area. They were able to, after some back and forth, able to subdue the individual and bring him into custody. Within moments, members of law enforcement in the area were also able to assist.
This is a targeted shooting. One individual who appeared to target these guardsmen, that individual has been taken into custody.
Both the individuals, the Guard members, they are in critical condition at a local hospital at this time being treated. At this time, there was no indication that there was any other suspect. The one suspect that was involved in this incident, they were shot during the interaction, and they were transported to the hospital for treatment.
Since this is an assault on a federal law enforcement officer, this will be treated at the federal level as an assault on a federal law enforcement officer. The FBI will lead out on that mission with our interagency partners to include the Department of Homeland Security, Secret Service, ATF, DEA, and we're thankful for the mayor's assistance in this matter, the Metropolitan Police Department and their skills in investigating homicides and gun shootings in this city is exceptional. We will work together collaboratively because this is a matter of national security, because it's a matter of pride. President Trump has been informed. We've been in contact with the White House. We will shortchange the American public with no resources to make sure we find and safeguard our nation's capital right here in Washington, D.C. and bring anyone responsible for this heinous act of violence to justice. I would lastly like to add to the American public and the world, please send your prayers to those brave warriors who are in critical condition and their families. They are here serving our country. They are here protecting everyday Americans and citizens around the world in our nation's capital. They are the heroes of this day, and we must remember them on this day and every day, and their families and the sacrifice they have made.
All right, there we go. That's the latest from, well, I mean, maybe not the latest, but pretty current. Yeah, pretty concerning news. They're investigating it for being an act of terror. I know they got one guy in custody. There is a picture of the guy. He appears to be a bearded gentleman, and there is a picture of him floating around on Twitter being hauled into an ambulance. I don't know. What can you make out of that? Like a bearded gentleman. I don't know what you can make of that. So, concerning news. I guess we're all waiting on motives. Are we really going to get any motives? I don't know. So, breaking news, Cratchit. You got anything on this?
No, it's too early.
Yeah, it's too early.
I look forward to the FBI not being able to produce any evidence or any video footage, despite the fact that Washington, D.C., especially the downtown area, is slathered with surveillance cameras.
Yeah, right.
I do find Kash Patel's comment about we're going to go after anybody who is involved to be incredibly disingenuous, because, that's not true. They will find a patsy, or this guy's a lone wolf. He is certainly not stirred up by any sort of violent rhetoric.
He certainly wasn't talking to anybody before this. He probably wasn't talking to anybody before this, and he doesn't have a cell phone probably, or if it is, it's encrypted.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's too early to tell. We obviously wish the guardsmen the best. This is they probably assumed violence could befall them when in D.C., but I guess you probably think safety in numbers. And they're in military fatigues. They look like army guys, army men. You don't expect that probably in D.C., but here it is. It's happening. It's all happening, people. And we're going to move on to some other news. After that Age of Disclosure segment we did last podcast, I perused through a good chunk of the video again, and I forced my wife to watch a little bit with me, and she's interested in the topic. We have terrific, amazing conversations because we approach these topics from different angles. She comes at it from a more spiritual side, more of the esoteric, ancient history. I focus on more like abduction stories, weird cryptids, and all these little stories of people encountering these humanoids. So we have different perspective on the same topic. And so when she was watching it, like to her, it felt like the Age of Disclosure. She was being fed that this is a threat and that we need to act accordingly, according to the message that they were trying to deliver. Like the entire thing was meant to underscore that these UFOs are a national security threat, and we really need to start making people understand that these things are not here for our highest good. And we don't know. That's the message that they were kind of underscoring in the video. I don't know either way. I appreciate the information. Thanks for telling me. I don't know really what to do with it. And is it really going to move the needle? Well, according to some, the needle has already been moving for some time. And I'll bring up this headline here. According to Dan Farah, the presidential reveal of alien life is only a matter of time.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, apparently Trump has been fully briefed on this matter, and he's weighing decisions at this point. I'll read this, and then maybe we'll talk about the implications of this. So the director of the new documentary, Age of Disclosure, thinks that the U.S. president may soon reveal the existence of alien life. That would really help boost sales of this video, don't you think, Gretchen?
Yeah, but they talked about this during his first administration.
Yes, they did. They didn't talk about it during Biden's administration, though. You remember that? Like, mum was the word. Like,
yeah, that was just a winter of death or whatever it was.
Come on, man. Yeah, they didn't bring this up at all during Biden's administration. Like, not like asking the administration for things. I remember Podesta was in the Biden administration working on green energy, and John Podesta was the biggest champion of UFOs and UAP when he campaigned with Hillary Clinton. And she was supposed to be the one, in conjunction with John Podesta, to really push this. But she didn't get in. We had Trump. Trump didn't do anything with it. Biden sure as hell didn't do anything with it.
Kawawa.
And now we're back to Trump. And so according to this article, imagine the scene. The U.S. President's office calls a press conference and invites representatives from the world's press to attend a very special announcement at the White House. Then the president walks up to the podium and with his eyes with the eyes of the world upon him, reveals that members of an intelligent extraterrestrial civilization has been visiting Earth. Do you think, with that announcement, do you think the world is going to believe Trump if he makes that announcement?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Anything he says will be automatically naysayed.
Yeah. I think that half the world would be saying, no, this is all bullcrap. And the other half are going to be like, yeah, Trump's telling the truth. There are aliens here.
It doesn't exist, folks.
And so we're going to be left divided again, as the topic of UFOs and UAPs could be one of the only topics that could be a bipartisan, yes, let's talk about this issue, let's tackle it and address it together. If Trump made the announcement, I believe it would be another wedge issue. And it wouldn't be taken as the way this article presented it so far. It goes on to say, it may sound like a scene from a movie, but according to Dan Farah, whose documentary, Age of Disclosure, is currently making waves in the UFO scene, this scenario is all but inevitable. Quote, I think it's only a matter of time before the release of this film is followed by a sitting president stepping up to the podium and telling the world we are not alone in the universe. He told Entertainment.
I think it's also possible that to that end, somebody may ask the question. It could be a plant or whatnot, and he could respond in a way that is not a no. But I don't know if he could come out and do a press conference just on this.
He probably would say, I've been told many interesting things that are very interesting. And, okay. That makes sense.
The best aliens. The aliens are wonderful. You should see them. They're fantastic.
Quote, it's the most significant moment a leader could possibly have. According to Farah, Trump himself is aware of the documentary. Well, he's aware of a lot of things. I don't think he's probably seen it. I'm sure maybe one or two of his sons have seen it or is associated with like people who know it or have talked to people associated with the making of the movie, probably. So Trump's probably aware of it. Quote, I know the movie is on his radar 100%. And look, President Trump said on the campaign trail that he intended to declassify what the government knows about this topic.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Not really up to him. I really hope that the release of this documentary leads the U.S. government finally to revealing everything it legally can to the American public regarding UAP and non-human intelligent life. The Age of Disclosure is now available to watch on Amazon Video on Demand and in select cinemas. So it's a bit of a tag, a bit of an advertisement for Age of Disclosure.
Did you check to see if it's on sale? No, I'm curious.
No, I don't think it is yet, but I don't know how well briefed Trump is on this topic, and it's such a wild, deep ride that the most he probably could say is that we are not alone in the universe and that we may have been visited by aliens. Anything beyond that is going to open up just a bunch of questions that he probably is not equipped to answer. It would not come across well. Like I said, in that documentary, they did not address anything related to alien abductions. And that is really the sticking point, I think, with a good chunk of this. That and the technology that is really going to upset a lot of people. And also the decades-long disinformation campaign against the American people, the hidden technology. I don't even think within any current legislation that there's any amnesty for any of the participants in the UFO legacy program. I think in the age of disclosure, they mentioned that they wanted to include amnesty for anybody who participated in this UFO crash retrieval program, so they don't face criminal reprisal, criminal charges, any sort of national security violations because they were hiding this for decades and decades and reverse engineering this stuff, and that does not outweigh the public's right to know of this critical and earth-shattering information. So they want to offer legal protections for these people, so they're, I guess, more likely to step forward out of the shadows. But when you got those gizmos, you don't want to give them up. And I think Trump's going to be hard-pressed to make that announcement. I just read, so we're coming up, I think we just passed the 60-year anniversary of the Kecksburg UFO incident. You remember that one, Cratchit?
In Kecksburg, Pennsylvania?
Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. I read a big, long article by Stan Gordon, probably one of the best researchers when it comes to Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, like our neck of the woods out here, UFO Bigfoot stories, especially around from 60s up into the 80s. The guy is just a machine documenting what happened in that neck of the woods. And he went back and took a hard look at Kecksburg, and he didn't give up on it. He went back and interviewed witnesses, found people that witnessed this acorn, but at the time it was called a meteor, in different states. And the amount of people involved, you had the U.S. Air Force, you had the Navy, you had the Army, all working in somewhat conjunction to move this crashed alien craft, by all accounts, that's what crashed in Kecksburg, transport it on flatbed to a small little airfield outside Columbus, Ohio, and then down to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, where witnesses say that there was some sort of humanoid that was recovered out of there, and that this acorn was set up at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, not in Hangar 18, but a different hangar, and that they sought to dismantle it and figure out how it worked. Is Trump going to disclose any of that stuff? I mean, according to all those stories, they have that object since the 1960s, and they probably have a pretty good narrative around where it came from, why it came down here, how it operates, and maybe what their intentions are at that point. If you've had it for that long, I'm assuming there's probably some kind of scenario like what we've seen in Independence Day, where they've studied this craft for a very long time and kind of figured out at least a good story around it. I doubt we're going to get that. So, Richard Dolan years ago wrote a book, The Age of Disclosure. And he in that book, he goes through the types of disclosure that could occur. And then him and his co-author, they just kind of brainstorm out the reaction from the public, reaction from just society in general, and what would be the best form of disclosure. And apparently we're living through that right now, like a form of soft disclosure, where it's mostly the media and smaller whistleblowers getting a foothold in the narrative to kind of slowly acclimate people to the realization that we may be visited by some alien entities. Although I don't even think that they're alien at this point. I think that they're quasi from the death realm. Wherever we go when we die,
interdimensional.
Yeah, wherever we go when we die, these things can travel through it. And so I don't know what that means, but they're not aliens.
Along the lines of them still trying to like collect or gather material to improve their souls. So
yes,
they can,
I'm all on board.
Level.
I am all on that. There's at least one faction of these critters that want to hijack our souls in order to achieve some sort of way out of this place. Like we're trapped in a matrix. Well, so are they, but they can use our soul to get out of it. They figured out a way to do it. We can just do it by becoming more Christ-like, and that ain't easy to do. So no one's doing that. But according to a new poll, Cratchit, Americans are believing in these topics more and more. Yes, a new poll reveals Americans' beliefs in aliens, Bigfoot, and Nessie, and more, yes. The survey focused primarily on whether or not people believe that aliens had visited the Earth. With the UFO phenomenon and the possibility of alien life being hot topics in recent years, it is perhaps not a surprise that more than half of Americans believe that aliens really do exist. They exist, people, and we're believing it.
It doesn't exist, folks.
Well, I think I believe I'm a part of that percentage. I don't. If you want to call them aliens or whatever, I think that this reality is much more wacky than they're telling us. The results of the poll, which was conducted by YouGov, indicated that 56% believe that aliens exist, while 47% believe that we've already been visited by extraterrestrials. That's an incredible amount of people, Cratchit. That's almost half of the people in this country believe we've already been visited. It's a big number.
It's just massive.
It is a massive number.
Wait a second. 47%. Isn't that the exact number that voted for Trump?
Huh.
Well, no, it would be over 50%.
Well, of the people who voted yes. Well, around 30%, meanwhile, believe that UFOs are most likely to be of alien origin. An additional 35% believe that we will make formal contact with aliens by the year 2035. That's like 10 years away.
Why do we have to wait 10 years?
I don't know. I'm ready now. I've been waiting. As for the consequences of such contact, around twice as many Americans believe that it will have a negative rather than a positive impact on humanity, with 14 to 29% respectively. So, okay. I guess 29% negative, 14% quasi-positive. Okay. A whopping 74% maintain that if we did encounter aliens, they would be more technologically advanced than us. And while 66,
they better be.
I would hope. How'd they get here? I don't know how we got here.
Well, they
dumb luck.
Show up on their steam powered airships.
Yeah, dumb luck. We got here. We're trying to get back.
We can go to hyperspace. Just let me put another log on the fire.
While 66% believe they'd want to stay hidden from us humans. Yes, I believe that is true. They want to stay hidden. 55%.
Do they want to stay hidden, or are they leveraging their advantage being interdimensional beings to not be visible unless needed, unless they need to be, because they can leverage that to capture our souls?
I think that's it. They want our souls and genetic material. And there's no advantage right now for them to reveal themselves. What advantage really does it have? They're able to currently collect whatever they need to collect, feed on whatever they need to feed on, and no one's stopping them, at least not to our knowledge. So for them to reveal themselves and make formal contact would be stupid on their part. They'd be showing their hand, showing their technology, and then they'd have to go to press conferences, and no one wants that. Like, got to wear a tie. People would be complaining that they're not wearing suits. And it would
Unless
just be
Zelensky, at which point it's okay.
Yeah, but that's okay. But yeah, it'd just be a big headache for him. All the flashing lights, the paparazzi, the nightclubs. Then
staying out till all hours of the morning.
Yeah, then the ballroom. Trump's gonna be like, see the ballroom, have a dance. It's a big headache, and they don't need it.
Yeah, but they could also go by and see all the photos of previous presidents, including President Otto Penn.
Well, that's something. Now that is something special to share with our extraterrestrial neighbors. Check out this pen that writes automatically. We don't even have to sign our own laws. We're so advanced.
Mm-hmm. The president doesn't even have to know about it.
Yes. This government runs itself. Look what we've done. The poll also looked at other enigmas people believe in, with 28% believing in Bigfoot, 23% believing in Yeti. More people believe in Bigfoot than Yeti, even though this is kind of weird.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those overlap.
I would expect if you're a Bigfoot believer, you're also believing in Yeti. Am I wrong about that assumption?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, do we assume somebody who believes in Bigfoot believes in Yeti, believes in the Yowie, believes in the what's the one in like Indonesia?
I don't know off the top of my head.
We talked about it, but
I want to meet the 5% of people that believe in Bigfoot but refuse to believe in Yeti.
I'm all on board with a large North American ape, but you want me to talk about that over in China?
These China people over there got Bigfoot too? No way. We got them over here. These are American Bigfoot over here. I don't believe those numbers, but here they are. These numbers do not lie. 22% of people believe in the Loch Ness Monster, and 16% believe in Chupacabra. So take that, people.
It had to be a man in a monkey suit.
Okay. I think what this poll is showing us is that, like I said, half the country would, if Trump made an announcement, just about half the country would be on board with accepting that aliens have visited us or currently are, and that the other half of the country will not be on board with it, and they'll deny that announcement.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I guess that raises the question: if this were Biden or Harris or whoever coming out with the same announcement, would you get the same level of pushback from the other side of the coin?
Of course.
Are we just going to see the pushback purely because anything Trump does is bad?
Look at your child.
Yes, ask your child.
And to be honest, like if Trump made this announcement, I would be skeptical. I don't even know what I would believe. It depends on how it was announced, how it was positioned. And remember, I am really deep into this subject, and I don't even know the exact parameters of like what I think would make a good announcement. I don't know. I don't know if I would believe it. I guess it would all be determined on what actions or legislations or policies are implemented thereafter that announcement. And based upon those actions is how I would gauge whether I believe if this was a genuine announcement or some kind of Project Bluebeam kind of situation.
Well, there's definitely that concern.
Yeah, very concerning.
If they were smart, they could do both. They could announce this as some sort of plausible but deniable way.
Yeah.
And leverage it to increase their military budget because we have to either defend against or work in concert with these. So we need a couple more $1 kajillion for Space Force or for orbital defense platforms or some sort of nonsense.
Space Force.
Yeah, and I think that's the way it would be positioned, and that's how they would sell it to Trump for an announcement. It's like, Trump, yes, you got to make this announcement. Trump was like, I don't want to talk about aliens. But you could use it.
I don't want to talk about.
You could use it to
talk about McDonald's.
You could use it to sell Space Force. Like, oh, that's not a bad idea. Okay, and then that's the angle. Like, it's because Trump, Space Force was his thing, and people forget about Space Force. This would put Space Force back in the forefront of the public and be an agency or arm of the military that would really have to be like funded hardcore. And
so do you think he would be on board with them needing to defend against, or are they working in concert with?
I think this is all about the way it was positioned in Age of Disclosure. We have to defend against this thing. this is a threat that needs to be understood, dissected, and defended against. That's the way it was positioned to me. They didn't say it so overtly, but that was kind of the underlying subtext of this. Is like, this is an unknown mystery, and they're coming here. They're examining our nukes, and they're having their way with us. They didn't say that, but they are. And we're doing nothing.
Oh, no, I've fallen down again. Don't have your way with me.
And, yeah.
That is an interesting take, that we don't know what these are. We don't know what's happening. We don't know. We don't have all the details, but we have definitive information about them visiting or whatever, so we need to build up our military to defend against.
We don't know what's happening.
What if they encouraged us to simply go outside and fire 2 blasts in the air at random times?
That works too. That's Biden's solution to combating these critters.
Fired 2 blasts outside the house.
And if you recall, that's been my theory. Even when this was a number of years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, we had all these reports from Tennessee of UFOs, and I suggested they should be out there trying to shoot them down.
Yeah.
Well, where's Tim?
He's out there shooting down aliens, like every good Tennessean should be doing right now. Okay. Well,
ask Tim Burchett.
Yeah, that's Tim right down there. He would do it. He seems like a good old boy would do it. So
well, it is interesting. So you've got me thinking about this now. That which way would they position this announcement? Because they could go 2 ways with it.
Yeah.
Either way, if they position it correctly, either way it could be leveraged to we need a ton more money.
Yes, that's what it all comes down to is funding. The technology is important, but when it comes to the positioning of like getting the old school neocons and the Democrats on board, it's all about money, and that's how they have to position it. And I think the people who are pushing for this disclosure, Lou Elizondo, Hal Puthoff, they need to get a PR team together to position this as the main angle. And it's like, listen, you will be able to raise taxes, and people will gladly do it because this is a real threat.
I have to do it.
Yeah. Let's talk about some other stuff here, Cretched. Let's get off UFOs and talk about some other news.
That is one hell of a transition.
Yeah, I know.
Talk about something else.
We're doing something else. We're doing this over here.
Spacemen.
Well, this is a news story that will touch us very hard. We're being touched hard.
I don't like being touched hard.
Well, Warner Music Group and Suno, the AI music generator, forged groundbreaking partnership. Oh, okay. I don't know if I like this.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
Yeah. Warner Music Group, one of the world's largest music companies, and Suno, the leader in AI music, today announced a first-of-its-kind partnership that will open up new frontiers in music creation, interaction, and discovery, while both compensating and protecting artists, songwriters, and the wider creative community.
No.
The deal brings together Suno's best-in-class AI capabilities with Warner Music Group's artist development, leadership, and expertise at the intersection of music and technology. So what are they doing here? In 2020,
it down.
In 2026, Suno will make several changes to the platform, including launching new, more advanced, and licensed models. When the new models will launch in 2026, the current models will be deprecated. And they're not going to be there. The ones that we're using right now, they're gone.
Yep.
Moving forward, downloading audio will be you'll be required to do that. But I'm sorry, you'll be if you want to download the audio, will require a paid account to do so. So no more downloading for free. You got to pony up the money. Suno will introduce download restrictions in certain scenarios. Specifically, in the future, songs made on their free tier will not be downloadable. Instead will only be playable and shareable. The paid tier users will have limited monthly download caps with the ability to pay for more downloads. The goal is to continue building with the music community. Suno has also acquired Songkick, the live music concert discovery platform from Warner Music Group, and will continue to run it as a successful fan destination. So this is what I got out of this. So Warner still has some pull. And, they did sell that little thing to Suno, but this is like the old school, like Hollywood music entertainment gangsters coming in and saying, Suno, what we want you to do is charge more money, give the people less, and give us a cut. That's it. And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have heavier restrictions. You will probably be able to use some of Warner's catalog, so the AI models may be trained better on Warner music, but non-Warner music is probably going to sound like crap. And like I said, you're going to pay more for less. That is their new model, paying more for less with this. And this might be the future of music in some way, where these other, like Universal Music, is going to have to get their own AI partnership at some point.
Yeah, they'll all do that.
Yeah.
But can you roll the image feed?
Yep.
Something you did's got it stuck. So.
Oh, geez. Oh, there we go. Hey, Trump.
My that's been up there for days.
That's awesome right there. That is the meeting of the minds. Trump shaking hands with a gray alien, making that big announcement for all the world to hear.
My mother would say, "You love trucks." I do.
So regarding the AI music thing, yeah. So there's another online platform, Udio, that got the crap sued out of them. These are all getting sued. The RIAA, Warner, Universal, they're all doing it. Sony, and there's a couple other big ones. They're throwing all their billions of dollars at it to sue the crap out of these guys, to either get them to bend the knee and agree to either quote unquote license, which is to say destroy their stuff, or they get shut down. The announcement from Suno, I think, is interesting because it takes place after the new year, but it's a day after they announced a huge Black Friday sale. So I'm pretty sure what we're seeing here, to be a little conspiratorial, they announced their Black Friday sale knowing this is coming, getting people to sign up for this thing that's going to be hugely neutered in less than a month, or just over a month, I suppose. And somebody else on their team who doesn't like what's happening then released the press release, and then Warner had to come out and release their own press release several hours later saying the same thing. What's notable in it is downloads are going to be heavily limited.
Yep.
The models they're going to use, the models they're using now, like you said, they are going away. The new models are based entirely on Warner's catalog, which is much smaller and much more limited, and was only kind of like more corporate approved, music sources. And you're not going to be able to, all the licensing is gone, and this doesn't affect what we do with it, but all the licensing is gone for people who create and then like put this stuff on Spotify and whatnot, and they make 18 cents a play or whatever that is, or 18 cents a month sort of thing, whatever that is. That model's gone. You can no longer take these things, license them out. You no longer own any of the material created on this platform. You are licensing it from Warner and whoever else signs on to this. So yes, you can download these files and quote unquote perform them, but if say, Mike, you start your band back up, you start playing these covers of songs that you wrote and use these AI engines to do, and then you sell tickets to that, you're in violation. You're going to federal pound prison. So
I don't like doing that.
It is not a good thing across the board. The good news is and I know for a lot of people, they love this because they hate when we play our AI nonsense.
Yes.
But for other people who are upset about it, what this does will simply open the door to somebody else. We saw this with the streaming services. We saw this 25 years ago, even with Napster and LimeWire and all these download services. And then it was like a couple years later, Apple and all these other guys no, we're just going to do an online music service, which is basically the same thing. Initially was paid, and now you just pay a monthly fee or whatever it is to download all the songs you want. No one really cares. But technology will move on or march on. So what you will see is a technology solution, not necessarily from these same companies who have licensing agreements and partnerships with large record companies, but you will see them come, from, it'll be a Canadian company or a Chinese company or something like that who does the same thing. It's like, look, tell you what, we have ripped down the entire model that some of these other ones were using. We're building on that. We're on version 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 because these things iterate every like 4 to 6 months. They're fast. They'll have something far more advanced, and they'll say like, "Yeah, download whatever the heck you want," you know. So that will happen. The short version is in the short term for those of you who have stuff on Suno. I think on Udio as well, but there's other ones out there. On Suno, if there's songs in particular you want to save, you best download them now.
And get their stems.
Don't worry about the stem. Well, there's a good point on that. So don't worry about the stems or the waves because they're all created as MP3s anyway.
Yeah.
They're not uncompressed files, so it's not like you're getting more information there, but there's other ways to extract this stuff from there too. But all that to be said, download anything that you have created on there that you might want to save in the short term because in about a month it's all going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Big, massive dumps.
But that too.
I was looking at the list of the Warner music groups, and you got like AC/DC. It does have Green Day, Gojira, Bad Religion. You know, I mean, there's some interesting groups on there, but by no means is not every. They got Hootie and the Blowfish, Cratchit. Wow,
one of the Blowfish.
Well, you know, when Hootie signed, he didn't have to sign the Blowfish. He could have left those guys behind, but no, he was an honorable guy and brought those guys along with him. Okay, yeah, so that's gone. And all right, just a little. We should probably play your song that's going to sue us a little bit, get us sued. Yeah,
this is an older one, but I was working on this the other day. If you just want to get us sued, like I said, I used this one as a proof of concept after they announced this to ensure this workaround still works for now.
Yeah. Just a little bit here, people, not too much.
California heat wave, windy canyon, red haze, dry brush, long drought, power lines all played out, evac routes, traffic jam, photos on the gram, palm trees, burning breeze, flames that pass a sheriff sneeze, news flash, suspect, everybody's on deck, social post, AI ghost, data logs and legal hosts, crypto dream, Florida scheme, wildfire meme, lawyer team, front page, 24-hour outrage, we didn't start the fire, but he did.
It was about the guy that started the fire in California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what it's good for, is making, you know, fun little parody songs. This week I was using it to make grunge covers. So I was taking like music from Stone Temple Pilots and like redoing it, grungifying it, and using like Melvin's songs or Unsane and having it redone in the grunge theme. And I found some enjoyment, some fun in doing that. Just to to hear these things, these songs that I love in new ways and that I can manipulate very quickly. And I get some kind of satisfaction out of it, whether I try to cover these songs at a later time or gives me idea of a launching pad that I want to use later. It's fun. It's fun for me to do. I am by no means going to, which is happening right now, like making these songs and then uploading them to Spotify as a way to make money, which I think is cheap and stupid. Like you're not a real artist, guys, if you're doing that. You're not. I don't even think you're making money doing that. I think that wave is kind of over because everyone's trying to do that now. So the best you can do is get inspiration, write your own stuff, and try to actually be creative and learn how to play an instrument. That's the best way to do it.
I think parodies are fine, but learning from this and growing as a musician. I mean, the fun little parody stuff that we do. We're not selling them. We're not making any money. We're not doing anything with that.
Yeah, they're fun. It's stupid. It's just a gag.
So speaking of fun, stupid gags, I put this one in. This one is still a work in progress. I did not have it ready for the show, but I'll give you this early version just in case we can't do it later, and we need to play it today.
We have to
before the day coming up.
Oh, this because Brown Friday, people, is 2 days away. The day after Thanksgiving. And this song is in honor of that. All right, yeah.
Well, it's a brown Friday, flush it and see. Toilet bowl is rising like an angry sea.
I mean, who doesn't love that?
Come on, baby, it's a plumbing romance. It's brown Friday, it's brown Friday.
Come on. That's awesome.
You don't have to check the signs to know what's happening this time. Honey, it's overflow. All that turkey, ham, and brine.
That's awesome.
Hit the pipes at once a line. I wanna know how bad it's gonna go. Now it's up to you. We can call a plumber rendezvous. Just me and you. I'll bring a plunger and the boot shampoo. That's why it's Brown Friday. Flush it and see. The pressure's building to catastrophe.
That is awesome. How could a foreigner not love this? This is that is like my so far. That is my number one favorite parody song you've done. That is amazing. Love it. It's a great song. It's a great original song. A great theme. Good lyrics there. Hit home. You know.
I'm still messing around with it. I'll have a better version, but like I said, we needed to play that tonight. It's not quite done, but we need to play it tonight in honor of Brown Friday.
Of course. Yeah, it was fantastic. We're going to move on here with some more news. Kind of had this story in the back burner a little bit, but I wanted to bring it up before it's no longer relevant. I'll bring this one up. So this is the Van Vera, a bizarre fart neutralizing accessory used by the 17th century aristocracy. And this is a real device, people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what we're looking at here is like some leather sack. It looks like almost like like the size of like a leather football, then attached to like some kind of cone. And this was used to naturalize the foul odors coming from people back in high society in the 17th century. The origins and the history of the Van Vera are shrouded in mystery. Some sources claim that it can be traced back to ancient Egypt, while others say that it was inspired by Roman creativity. But there's no real evidence that this gas muffling invention has its roots in ancient history. What everyone seems to agree on is that the Van Vera was used by the aristocracy of that era, the 17th century, primarily women who could easily conceal it under their large, elaborate dresses. The Van Vera on display at the Sex Machine Museum. Well, this has nothing to do with sex, does it? Like this
Sex Machine Museum in Prague. All right,
here it is on screen. I finally got it up on screen here, people. Sorry about that.
Wait. So this wasn't just to neutralize. They were capturing.
Yes, they were capturing and storing for later use, probably. Or disposal.
for enjoyment.
Yeah, maybe. But for later disposal, for pleasure or whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, the Van Vera on display at the Sex Machine Museum in Prague consists of a leather pouch that connects to the wearer's behind, muffling farts and containing the foul-smelling gases during social events. Why did this go out of fashion? This should still be in play today. Maybe because the dresses got smaller, but so does technology. Technology shrinks down, and there's got to be something that we can do. It seems like this invention died when it should be brought back to life. So it can be emptied in private by squeezing the pouch. Boy, it stores a lot of farts, I got to say. And here's a diagram of a person using it, and it looks horrendous. But I'm assuming that to invent this thing, this must have been quite the problem in social circles in the aristocracy. Is like, we got to do something about all the farting going on around here. We have to invent something, for crying out loud.
Too much hot air in this room.
Yeah. So Veneza Today writes that the Venera was used in the Italian city during the 17th century, and that it came in several varieties. There was a small tube worn by women under their skirts, and a larger, more complex apparatus that consisted of a series of pipes that carried the flatulence of the aristocrats from under the covers of their bed through a window outside. So here is a quick diagram.
You know what this is? We talked about this a few months ago. This is the astronaut vacuum cleaner.
Yes, it is. This technology was reinvented for modern day use in NASA astronauts and probably to be adopted by Space Force.
Space Force
gives a whole new meaning to the term astronaut.
Yeah, so we're looking at this diagram of this couple in bed cuddling, and this device is hooked up to her buttocks.
He's helping her with she's having some indigestion.
I think so, but there's a very large tube going out the window, as if like you're like if you had like a mobile air conditioner unit, you have to put the hose out the window to drain all the condensation. I mean, that's what it looks like. So the writers were writing about different types of the Vanvera, a small metal box that could be fitted to the wearer's underwear. It was filled with dried aromatic herbs, lavender, rosemary, and sage. And when gas passed through it, it became scented like a breeze from a field in Provence. This kind of Vanvera didn't muffle the sound of one's fart, so it wasn't as popular as the leather sack design. Yeah, the leather sack really put a clamp down on that noise, that ungodly noise.
But if you put the right valve on the end, you could make that noise again when you empty the sack.
So on a different degree, so back in college when I was blowing weed, we would take, like a paper towel roll emptied or like a toilet paper roll emptied and stuff dryer sheets in there. And so you take a hit of your weed and then you blow out through that tube in an effort to cover up the smell of marijuana. And it would go through the dryer sheets. We thought we were being clever. I think it did its job. And I think
that works.
I think it does work, Gretchen. And it worked very well. We never got caught for doing that. And so something like that, like what we invented back in college, we just repurposed it. That could be done for this situation here. They didn't have dryer sheets back then. Now we have the technology. Now we can go farther than we ever could.
What about Febreze? Why don't you just use that?
You can. We just carry around a Febreze and start spraying people's bottoms. Like, I don't know.
I was thinking more of like when you were in college.
We went
right back to the Fartomatic.
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to stay on topic.
I'm wondering though, back to the Fartomatic.
Mm-hmm.
This serves two. Well, first of all, I'm looking for reports that they made their servants, because this was the aristocracy. Did they make their servants empty it?
Make your servants wear it. I don't want my servants going around farting.
Make your servants carry it around. So, because you can enjoy the party and there's a tube going off, and then you got,
I don't need a bunch
over there holding it.
But then people are going to be tripping over my fart tube. If I'm just walking around the party and it's like attached to the window, I'm tethered.
That's what Pierre, the fart handler guy, is for. He has to carry that around and make sure no one steps on it.
Don't step on my fart tube. Then you just have a bunch of aristocrats standing around a party with gas tubes attached to them. And it's got to be very uncomfortable. And it's very hard to socialize when you have something attached to your buttocks like that. It's hard to be cool and pick up a chick.
This is a very strange sort of thing.
We're going to install these in the OBDM van, though. That's for sure. The van is going to come with complimentary Vanveras. We don't want you stinking up the cool van we got.
So you can like embed them in the seats?
Nah,
who's emptying those?
Kind of like they're going to drop out of the ceiling, kind of like those masks on airplanes. These will drop out of the
drop out of the overhead compartments.
Make sure you fashion these to yourself before you attach it to your kid.
By the way, on flights these days, because there's still nitwits out there wearing cloth masks.
Yep.
They've now modified their announcements to say that if the and you can tell it's modified because they read that their standard spiel, and then they say if you're wearing another mask, please remove that and put this one on first, sort of thing.
This is the most important mask.
Yeah.
Well, because that means there are people out there who are so stupid. Not only still wearing masks.
Yeah.
But when they bring down the oxygen mask because of depressurization, they're putting that on over their cloth mask. So good job, idiots.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to do a little update for people out there. Okay. Little update.
Hey, by the way, you got to roll that image feed again. Something is...
Yeah, I don't like how there's got to be some kind of update. And
you have to be all the way at the bottom for it to...
no, it was. So what happens is since that's running, that image feed is through Discord. And when I click a window, like Brave, to read a story, Discord goes to the background, and it doesn't update that. It's almost like they're trying to optimize what images or what the foreground window is. So it totally negates any animation in the background. And
I know about the animation. I'm just saying like it won't
it won't even move. Yeah, I know. So I didn't even have to roll it down. I just activated the window, came to the fore. So it's I don't like it.
Awesome. It's broken now.
Yeah, I'll figure out a way to deal with this. So we do have an update on the Taco Bell Baja Blast Pie. One of our guys, probably the guy, Chris 23, aka Abs in a Six Pack, aka Skidmark. He stepped up to the plate in a big way and said that I will track one of these things down. I will take it to Thanksgiving. I will document all the horrendous things that happen that are associated with this pie. But as he goes to the Taco Bell, well, they're just not they're not selling them. They're sold out. And so let's see if we can get Chris on the phone real quick.
Yep, he's ready to call in.
He's ready to call in. Okay. I'd like to hear his side of the story on this. And let's see, let me sign in, get Chris. All right, Chris, you can dial in. Do you have the number? I think he does.
Yeah, he's got the number. He'll get you straight on Google Voice.
Okay. There we go. Skidmark?
I'm here.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Doing pretty good. Just got home from work. I have the Taco Bell pie in hand. I don't know if you can smell it, but
that's disgusting.
Well, is it the same pie that the video you sent? Is that the one?
See, I was about to buy two. I was about to pay $10 a slice for two. Let me back up and just give you the whole the nutshell version of the rigmarole. There's an audio clip too. I don't know if you got, but I shouted you out at the Taco Bell drive-thru. I need a pie for Midnight Mike. I think I said that to about 10 different Taco Bell drive-thrus. What I discovered when I was going around to different Taco Bells, every time I would see one, I would stop in and because at first I was calling them. And in that audio clip I sent you, the guy says, well, we don't really answer that.
Sorry, I wouldn't turn.
Why do you even have a phone at Taco Bell? But so the video, I finally called a Taco Bell that did pick up the phone. I went to about 10 or 12 different drive-thrus. I got a hold of a lady on the phone. She says, this might sound weird, but you can come get a pie. I have 2 slices of a pie left.
Oh, my God. 2 slices left? And is that the very pie that we're looking at on the video right now?
Yes. And so she had scooped those out. That's shout out Kelly from Taco Bell, I think was her name. And so, yeah, that was the pie that I was going to spend $20 on, $10 a slice. But then there was a strange man at my house that ended up having a pie with only 1 slice missing. So I paid him $25 for that.
So you pay $25 for basically not like a quarter eaten pie. So the pie has been eaten by other people, and you bought leftover pie from somebody.
Yeah, but there's still 7 of 8 slices left on the pie I'm holding right now.
Okay.
I figured I could try it on air for you because I haven't tasted it yet.
Chris, did you buy the slices from that other pie? Because then you could put one of those slices in the other pie, and then
you could have a whole pie
into one sort of hybrid pie.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that, but you only gave me $40,
Yeah.
like $38 after the PayPal fee.
Yeah.
So I'd be losing money if I spent $45.
That is true. Mm.
Plus the time invested.
Science requires sacrifice, sir.
It was over 5 hours of work I put into getting this pie.
Well, I didn't know that. I'll send you some more money.
No,
I will.
I'm just saying I worked harder at this than I have most things in my life. So
I didn't think it was going to require all the $40. I thought you were going to be able to just buy one at Taco Bell for $25 and
they were sold out immediately.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. It didn't cost the whole $40 because I didn't buy those 2 slices.
No,
so
okay.
I only spent $25.
Did you want to taste it for us right now and maybe have 911 on speed dial?
Yeah, I'm going to dial 91 and then just wait. And as soon as you taste, I'm going to push the other one.
It looks like radioactive sludge.
Yeah. It doesn't look good.
I was told specifically by Kelly, I think it's in the video, because there is audio to that video. She's describing, she says in that video, she's like, these were scoops at work that were scooped out.
Oh, God.
Which is like, why were Taco Bell? She said, I think they used like the cheese scoops, but they were clean to scoop the pie. I'm thinking, why were you serving pie out of a scoop? But she specifically says in that video, she says you have to freeze it. So it's fresh out of the freezer.
Let's give it a taste.
And
I've seen some videos on YouTube where it's thawed and it's just this like goop.
Are you using a fork, a spoon, chopsticks? What are you using to taste this thing?
It's amazing that you asked me that because I was about to say I am using a fork/spoon. It's a spoon on one.
Yeah.
One end is a spoon and the other end is a fork.
Oh, okay. So you get the best of both worlds.
Dual utensil.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a dual utensil. There's no handle. The handle's in the middle. You got.
How do you use that to twirl your spaghetti?
This is the only utensil I use for anything.
Okay. Well, no more questions. Let's get it done, and hopefully you don't die.
It's in my mouth.
Okay.
Oh God,
man, that does not taste too good.
So, what's the sensation?
I don't love it. It's cold.
Yep.
And clammy. It tastes like. It kind of tastes like Baja Blast.
Oh, all right. That's what we're going for. We're going for a nice Baja Blast.
It's a lot of key lime. There's definitely a key lime vibe to it.
Nice.
Nothing to write home about. But it's.
I like to eat.
Yeah.
So, are you still going to take this to Thanksgiving tomorrow?
I mean, if you want me to get a video of somebody eating it, I'm going to try to convince somebody.
Yeah, this is what you're bringing to Thanksgiving. I would really prefer that.
Yeah, I'm going to bring
Grandma
something else
Ethel.
as well.
Yeah, Grandma Ethel needs to like big bites of this.
Yeah. This is a once in a lifetime situation here, and they should be very appreciative of the amount of effort that you went through to bring this to Thanksgiving. And plus it's a conversation piece, you know.
I will give a full. And I got to give a shout out to Jarvis who got this pie for me. I'm surprised by there was no follow up question when I said a strange man at my house.
Yeah, well,
sold me one.
I just
we don't ask
assume you
questions.
have people at your household.
We're not asking questions here.
Shout out.
No, it's a friend of a friend, but I was complaining about. I was telling him. I think it was the second time I met this dude, but he was a friend, had him over, and I was telling him I'm about to spend $20 on 2 slices of Baja Blast Pie, and he goes, "Dude, I have one in my freezer, only missing 1 slice."
Nice.
Shout out.
I'll give you 25.
I thought you were going to say he had one with him at the time. Just happened to be.
Happens to be in my car.
Yeah. He had it under his coat. Just here you go.
That kind of like that pie leaves like kind of a film on your teeth that I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah, that's not good. But yeah, it's all about the experience, and you got to keep us up to date. So if you can,
yes, and Mike will be covering your medical bills.
For the most, I'll cover it until you get your deductible. You know,
$7,000 deductible.
I think I just learned what food coloring tastes like because I think that's 95% of the ingredients in this thing.
Yeah, it doesn't look very appetizing, but of course we've seen a half-eaten one, and maybe what you have looks very appetizing.
It looks exactly the same except with more pieces in the pie.
Oh, okay.
So Chris, in about half an hour, when you are praying to the porcelain god. I'm just curious, how close is the color of your vomit compared to the color of the toilet bowl cleanser? Because they look like they're the same.
Eat it.
I'm imagining if I were to eat this a significant portion of this pie, that my feces would be the color of the pie.
Oh, can you take a picture of that?
Well, that's now the science. How much pie do you have to eat before that turns blue?
Yeah.
I'll do some fasting, and then
That's what you. Yeah.
I'll eat only that, so that my poo glows in the dark.
Now we're thinking. Okay, and we'll get you one of these fart bags too, and so
save that for science.
You can take that to Thanksgiving as well.
Oh,
pass them out for Thanksgiving. But hey, Chris, thank you so much for doing this. Really appreciate it. You're a legend, and definitely we're going to need to get an update after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, when you're out of the hospital.
Happy Brown Friday, everybody.
Happy Brown Friday.
Early Brown Friday.
Yeah.
And,
Blue Friday.
All right.
It's going to be a radioactive green Friday for me.
Yes.
Green Friday.
Well, thank you, Chris. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon, okay, man?
Peace.
All right, bye.
Thanks again to Chris for sacrificing his body on that. If you're interested, he's at Abs in a Six Pack, which is Abs, ABS in the N letter, Six Pack, or also shitmyass.com.
Yep.
Which he likes to announce with glee every time he brings it up as a URL.
Yeah, you can go to shitmyass.com and listen to his live shows when he does live shows. He's also the creator and proprietor of the Battle of the Douchebags, which is just a crazy
Which I
event.
won the first season of having to defeat myself, and so I was both first place and runner-up.
Yeah. Well, Cretchen, it's about that time to do some news. We got to do some Cretchen news. Here we go.
Hold on. Oops. I put this in the wrong place. This is my bad.
Yes.
I put this one in the wrong feed. But
there you go. Oh, that's RFK Jr. eating the Baja Blast Taco Bell pie. This is not Make America Healthy Again kind of pie, but he's doing it anyways.
I would like to get his take on the ingredients. In this
God. I think they're mostly. I think all those ingredients are banned in Europe.
Huh. You see, probably most of the U.S. as well.
You see pictures of RFK walking around an airplane without his socks and shoes on. That's crazy.
Just like on a regular airplane?
Yeah, he's raw dogging it.
That's disgusting.
Totally raw dogging it on an airplane. There's pictures out there. It's disgusting what he's doing. He's resigned.
Sue him in federal prison. Federal court.
Sue that guy. He should not be doing what he's doing.
I've seen people do that on planes. It's disgusting.
Sue
first
everybody.
of all, thanks for sharing that with the rest of us. But also, do you realize where you're walking and how many people have spilled things or puked there? Or it's like a movie theater floor on an airplane. Yeah.
All right, Cretchen, let's do it.
All right, go.
I'm going to see if I can try to stay Thanksgiving themed tonight.
Okay.
I think it's our last opportunity. I have a lot of other non-Thanksgiving stories here, but where's my list? Not that one, not that one, not that one. That one's Christmas. There we go. Start with this. So folks in Salt Lake City, it's a public service announcement here, just a reminder. There are a lot of ways you can prepare a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
This is not one of them.
Officials, don't brine your turkey in the Great Salt Lake.
Okay.
Huh. I shouldn't do that. Okay. Well, the officials at the Great Salt Lake at the state park in Menina?
It's Marina. Great State Park and Marina.
And State Park and Marina in Utah are reminding locals not to brine their Thanksgiving turkey in the Great Salt Lake after someone's bird washed up on the beach. I swear, we covered the story last year, didn't we? I think we did.
Yeah, I think this happens every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a reminder.
The park said on social media that a turkey still bearing a faded label from the store washed up on the Silver Sands beach. Officials said the discovery was a teaching moment. Quote, just your annual reminder not to use the Great Salt Lake to brine your turkey, said the post. Not only is the salinity too high for a proper brine, the waves can be very strong, and there's a good chance you could lose the entire turkey, as this person did. It ended up washed on the Silver Sands beach as someone went turkeyless. Well, free turkey for somebody else. What are you talking about? They give away turkeys out there on the beach.
That's a good point. So let's put a positive spin on it. Head down to the Great Salt Lake State Park and Marina. There are free turkeys.
Free brine turkeys. Yay! That's the positive spin on this thing. That's the Thanksgiving spirit we like.
I like to eat.
And as people in the chat are mentioning, yes, I think this has happened. I think 2 years ago we covered this. So this comes up routinely. So apparently people are still throwing their turkeys in the Great Salt Lake, assuming that's going to help.
And it's still packaged too. Like it's like they put the entire turkey in there with the plastic package and everything, and expected to get a good brine on that. I don't know if that's how you brine a turkey. I don't know. It doesn't seem like that would work very well.
I think people who would do this are not really concerned with
proper brining techniques.
Preparing their turkey.
So. Okay. All right. We'll move on.
All right. So here's another one. There's someone who wants to ruin your fun. You can't just have a reasonable holiday with your friends and family. Someone has to come out there and remind you about climate change and carbon footprints and make you feel bad for enjoying Thanksgiving.
Your Thanksgiving turkey has a carbon footprint.
This is bullshit.
I gotta take this to archive.
Oh, you got paywalled?
I got
paywalled. How often are you at
paywalled.
Axios? What's going on over there?
It's my homepage.
I didn't pull an archive, but
I got it.
I'm sure there's one out there.
I got it. It was archived 10 hours ago. Because there's people like me out there. You probably won't ponder your carbon footprint when you sit down to devour that Thanksgiving turkey, but some food and climate activists say you should.
Those people are assholes.
So why?
I hope those people are at a Thanksgiving dinner and they start lecturing their family and friends.
Yes, they should. Yes.
And they are forced to
obey the first law of holes.
Yeah, I can imagine Al Gore's Thanksgiving is probably like this, but I think in penance they have to eat the first slice of Baja Blast Pie.
So why it matters? With climate change fading in importance on some U.S. lawmakers' policy list, activists say even small steps from the public are needed. The big picture, the beloved bird is considered more environmentally friendly than beef, but turkey still produces in production and post-production the greenhouse gases emissions responsible for global warming. So keep that in mind.
That's what we're using as an open sewer.
The turkeys?
Something like that, I don't know. Raising and processing a 4-ounce turkey serving is the equivalent of nearly 3 miles worth of tailpipe emissions, according to this person.
I'd like to see the math on that.
Yeah, how'd they come up with that one? And so, exactly.
And why don't they use that Van Vera to collect tailpipe emissions?
Exactly how much is your meal's carbon footprint? Well, a lot depends on where you live and what kind of energy you're using for cooking. Natural gas, electricity from coal, or something else. In 2016, Carnegie Mellon researchers calculated that state-by-state footprint of a typical feast, including roast turkey stuffed with sausage, apples, and green beans, casserole, and pumpkin pie. You're stuffing all that in a turkey, including the pumpkin pie?
That is a poorly written sentence. A roast turkey stuffed with sausage and apples, green bean casserole, and pumpkin pie.
Let's do it.
Why would you do that?
You're shoving everything you got in there.
This sounds like somebody who's never actually gone to a Thanksgiving.
They don't even, they've never seen a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just like, you just shove anything you want in that thing and you cook it.
That's a John Madden level turducken, but now with pie and casserole.
They found that meals prepared in Washington State and Vermont emitted the lowest amounts of carbon dioxide. Hydrogen power and wind power provided about 2/3 of Washington's energy, while renewables provided almost all of Vermont. So take that. Bunch of wind out there, bunch of hot air cooking up turkeys. States that rely more on coal, such as Wyoming, West Virginia, and Kentucky, had the highest Turkey Day emissions. So throwaway food is a big contributor to climate change. New analysis by the anti-food waste group Refed estimates around 320 million pounds of food will get tossed out this Thanksgiving. That is insane. Yeah, food waste is that is a pet peeve of mine. Like, people just throw away food willy-nilly. But yeah, what do you do with it? Like, I try to compost what we can, but
you flush it down the toilet.
I guess you're right. You just flush it, right, Gretchen? What am I?
It's going to be Brown Friday anyway. I mean, you're going to clog those pipes one way or another.
I guess it's going to happen one way or the other. Yeah.
Remember that time Joe was moving and he didn't want to throw out stuff, so he flushed it all?
He did. He flushed CDs, cardboard, everything down his toilet. And we were just kind of like in awe about like how much stuff that he would shove down in that toilet. And he did it anyways.
You are giving us a bad name right now.
I don't think so. So the bottom line of this entire article, try not to buy more bird than you and your family can eat. That's the bottom line.
Well, that's what they said, the bottom line. What they really want you to do is feel bad about climate change.
Yeah, and not to eat turkey. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving. They didn't even get into all like the indigenous angles here of Native Americans, all that kind of stuff. They went purely on carbon footprint, and they weren't trying to guilt you with anything else, and I don't even think this is going to work. So they do have a nice image of the turkey with smokestacks. So that's nice.
I think also they still want to remind people to be insufferable at Thanksgiving with their family, because there's a lot of divisiveness. There's a lot of rhetoric on both sides of the political aisle to really ruin this family holiday by bringing up this sort of topic at the Thanksgiving dinner to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, you should bring up this topic, the carbon footprint of Turkey, and then ask everyone's position on Israel. And then
on Palestine.
On Palestine, you're right. What do you think about Palestine? What should we be giving them, more money or less money?
How much money should we be giving both sides over there, and also maybe send them some turkeys?
Yeah.
$2?
We're going to send them $2. But we're going to move on here, people. We got some more stories to get to, that's for sure.
Yes.
Still haunted by that description of the turkey being stuffed with pie.
Yeah, that's quite bizarre. But they wrote that. That was in the article. I didn't make that one up.
That was poorly written. Oh, let's see. I got a listicle on stuffing. I don't know if you want that listicle. Like the best stuffing out there.
The best
stuffing. Article. Yeah, we also have an article on, is it stuffing or is it dressing, and why?
Let's do the list. I like a good list. Okay. And I think for Thanksgiving, people demand a list. I'm kind of curious what the best stuffing could be. That's for sure.
Well, this is the best and worst.
Oh, the best and worst grocery store Thanksgiving stuffing ranked. That's right, people. It's not too late. I think there's probably one grocery store open right now. So if you're listening
a lot of
live,
grocery stores open.
really, I kind of figured they'd close a little early. You know,
for what? Thanksgiving Eve?
Yeah. Gotta get ready.
Got to go home and hang socks filled with gravy by the fireplace in case the giant turkey shows up?
Yeah, you got to get ready, just in case. But if you close your eyes and picture Thanksgiving dinner, it's likely you'll think of green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, turkey, and pumpkin pie. It's the one
all stuffed into the turkey, though.
Yeah, all in there. Yes, as we learned. It's the one holiday that comes with a menu that everyone can recognize, even if recipes may vary. And though there are plenty of regional Thanksgiving specialties that can be found in parts of the U.S., there's a link to it. We can find that. It's generally agreed upon that Thanksgiving is expected to be a feast with many side dishes and one very large entree to prepare. And shortcut, any shortcut is a welcome reprieve. Okay, let's get back down. Let's just get down to this.
More AI crap here. I would just start rattling these.
Yeah,
off.
to help navigate which stuffing mix to buy for your Thanksgiving feast this year, I tried 13 of the most widely available stuffing mixes and ranked them from worst to best. So here we go. We're going to go from worst to best, people.
Let's do it.
All right.
This was always Hulk's favorite.
Hulk's ramped up for this list.
Day before Thanksgiving, he would traditionally make 13 or 15 stuffings and try them all.
So this number 13 is Great Value Turkey Flavored Stuffing Mix. It's ranked 13. Great Value is the producer. Yeah, Walmart's budget-friendly brand doesn't exactly have a reputation for having the best products. No, they don't.
This stuff sucks.
That's a little harsh right off the bat, but while there are a few Walmart Great Value products as good as the name brand equivalents, there are also plenty of Great Value products to avoid, and the stuffing is one of them. It just looks like mashed up cardboard, kind of. Like if you like bleach cardboard to be like a brighter color of cardboard and then moisten it, there you go. You got some stuffing right there. Boom, stuffing.
To be fair, if you're buying Walmart brand, first of all, if you're shopping for groceries at Walmart and then you're buying Walmart brand groceries, that you don't care.
Yeah, you don't
not
care.
high on your list.
Yeah, it's not. You're not looking for like super good quality, and I get it. People can't afford like the best stuffing. But number 12 on the list.
You also want to make sure you're there because you're also saving room for Baja Blast Pie.
Yeah, of course. Number 12, Meyer Cornbread Stuffing Mix. This is also down on the list, but better than Walmart. So yeah, Meyer's
says that right on the box.
Is better than Walmart. Meyer's stuffing mix are just a few cents more expensive than the Great Value, making them the most direct competitor to the budget brand. The stuffing mixes are nearly identical and even smell the same, and for the most part taste the same once cooked as well. What makes the Meyer cornbread stuffing marginally better than the Great Value mix is the turkey version is the flavor of cornbread, which is actually one of my favorite cornbreads on the list. So there you go. It's got a good flavor to it. And then number 11, you have Meyer stuffing mix for turkey, which is one he was just talking about. That's a better one than Walmart too. Number 10, we have the Great Value cornbread stuffing mix. Wait, is this a Walmart brand?
Yeah, well, they did 2 from Meyer, so I guess 2 from Walmart.
So it got kind of creeping up there. So this is like number 10. Things are looking up for Walmart. All right. If you are on an extreme budget and need a mix for less than $1, this is the mix to buy. It has good structure without being dry, has a good corn flavor without graininess, and is generally flavorful without being overly seasoned. Sounds good. Number 9, Pepperidge Farm Cornbread Stuffing Mix. Oh, yeah, Pepperidge Farm. Looks pretty good. It looks like they got some diced onions in there or something like that.
Looks like celery and onion.
Yeah, celery and onion.
Though, I almost wonder if those were staged for that photo. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Is that actually in the mix?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like to eat.
Well, Pepperidge Farm Stuffing Mix is unique in that cornbread isn't cubed, but crushed in an almost crumb-like texture. The results of the stuffing is more casserole-like in texture with no discernible large pieces of bread. So there you go. The stuffing can be a lot of things, but one thing, it shouldn't be as dry. I agree. Don't need dry stuffing. Number 8, another Pepperidge Farm entry right here. So these Pepperidge Farms really storming up the charts here in the best of what is a budget-friendly cornbread. Number 7, we got Trader Joe's cornbread stuffing mix. And now we're starting to get into rich person category here.
$3? We just made of money around here.
Like anyone, I love Trader Joe's, where affordable frozen meals are a lifeline.
Whoa. That sentence says, like anyone,
yes,
I love Trader Joe's. That's awful presumptuous.
Yeah, I don't know if I've been to Trader Joe's maybe twice, and I didn't have a good experience.
I was asked to leave at Trader Joe's.
I didn't like it. For Thanksgiving, Trader Joe's offers 2 box stuffings in the mixes that are each retail higher than most of the other boxes on the list, but are double the size, meaning that you can make twice as much stuffing, and that's good. The cornbread stuffing, which costs just under $5 for 12 ounces, ends up being a good deal, especially if you're on a plan to serve a large crowd. Which
that's still 2.5 times that the low grade cardboard stuff you can get at Meijer's.
Yeah. Next on the list, number 6, we got the classic stovetop stuffing. Yay! Stovetop is on the list. This is the OG. This is we all grew up watching these commercials. Stovetop stuffing. This is it, people. And I'm glad I got number 6. It's getting some mad respect on this list. Let's see if I can get a stovetop commercial to see. Stovetop commercial. Yeah, I just want to hear it.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner? There's something exciting, something delighting, something to make a special stovetop tonight. Breadcrumbs all spiced, vegetables diced, stovetop with dinner, always a winner. Stovetop's delicious with all your dishes. They'll love it each and every bite. Make dinner time more special. Stovetop tonight.
Stovetop stuffing.
Fuck off! All right.
Joe, not a fan.
Not a big fan of stuffing. No, he's on keto, so he's not going to eat any of this stuff.
Yeah, what is the low carb keto alternative to stuffing? Just more turkey?
Yeah, I guess so. So number 6 and number 5 are held by stovetop stuffing. So the number 6 one was just a stuffing cornbread mix. The number 5 is the mix for turkey. So they have prime spots right in the middle there. Affordable, but not in a snooty kind of way. Like they're pricey, but not too pricey, you know? This is good.
If you're going to buy, you don't want store brand,
yeah,
but you're going to spend a little more, but you're not going to go Trader Joe's crazy.
It's like if you're bringing a date to Thanksgiving, you don't want to show up bringing, great value. You want to bring stovetop, It shows that you have a little bit of class, but you're not trying to flaunt your wealth. And I think your dates will appreciate that. Number 4 is Urban Accents by Stonewall Kitchen Traditional Stuffing Mix. And I'm just looking at the box. Yeah, this is what they probably feast on in places like L.A. and San Francisco. If they even celebrate Thanksgiving at all. We don't know.
Too many croutons left over.
Yeah, this looks like a bowl of croutons. You're right, Cratchit. If I was ranking based on taste and texture alone, Urban Accents by Stonewall Kitchen Stuffing would have made the top 3. This mix, which can be found...
Wait. This person is doing the ranking and just said, if I was ranking based on taste and texture, this would be number 3. Why isn't it number 3 then? You're the one writing this article.
Maybe it's the price you had to factor in here?
I guess.
What you're paying for with the box is the bread cubes, which is the only good deal if the box is reasonably priced. And this one triples the price of any other stuffing on the list at nearly $15 per box in some locations. And I think that's what he's going for. It's a great taste, but it's just too much money.
I need money. By the way, if you read on this one, it does say that this only contains the bread cubes. The directions call for you to add your own fresh vegetables, broth, and butter. So
what?
This is just croutons in a box.
I got to do work? No, I'm buying the box, so I got to do less work. Well, number 3 on the list is Trader Joe's gluten-free stuffing mix.
Yeah, and on the back it has a listing of your carbon footprint.
If you can't eat gluten, you probably had many stuffing-less Thanksgiving dinners. A dish with obviously large amounts of gluten. Even the gluten-sensitive have to avoid it. Okay, yes. The stuffing has the similarly bright green herb pack that the Trader Joe's cornbread stuffing has, but in this version, the green seems to disappear once it's mixed into the cornbread cubes. Okay, that's nice. And we have number 2, Whole Foods 365 traditional stuffing mix with chicken flavor. Amazon coming onto the scene in a big way.
Why are you buying chicken-flavored stuffing for Thanksgiving?
Because there might be some people that don't like to eat turkey on Thanksgiving. They prefer chicken. But that is kind of a weird thing to do.
Get the hell out.
That is kind of a weird thing to do.
I brought my own hot dogs.
To be completely honest, I didn't have high expectations for the Whole Food stuffing mix. While some 365 products like microwavable popcorn are ranked highly among other brands, other products like Whole Foods potato chips are some of the worst on the market. Being that the stuffing pictured on the front of the bag isn't exactly appetizing, I assume the stuffing would rank towards the bottom of the list. To my surprise, the stuffing wasn't bad at all. Well, he ranked it as 2, and he called it not bad at all. In fact, it's likely one of the 2 I'd buy if I was in a pinch and needed a stuffing mix. Oh, okay. Okay. Jeez. And then number 1, we have Kinder's Home-Style Stuffing Mix. Yay! Remember this, people. This is the one. I'm not sure I've conducted a ranking in which the first place choice was so firmly ahead of all the other options like here. Kinder's, which is typically known for barbecue sauce, rubs, and seasoning, sells just one box stuffing mix that is labeled as having brown butter, herbs, roasted garlic, and sea salt. The recipe is more involved than any other mix, calling for onion, celery, chicken broth, and half in eggs, which almost defeats the purpose of buying a box mix.
That's why this one tastes better. You got better ingredients in there. You're putting in eggs, half and half. You're
making the entire thing.
This is bullshit.
The box itself isn't expensive, only costing $4. So yeah, you're just buying the bread. That's all you're doing.
I would like to see this same person do this list again, but not make them themselves. I'd like to see someone else prepare them. It'd be a blind test.
Has anybody even tried this? I've never even heard of this brand. It sounds. I've never tried Kinder's.
They're a California. They do barbecue sauces and stuff.
Kinder's Home. All right. Well, that's quite the stuffing list. I hope everyone is illuminated.
Short version, stick with stovetop. That's your safe bet.
Pretty much. Stovetop, can't lose.
By the way, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point.
Stovetop. That was our point. Stovetop.
All right, so I got. Let's do this one real quick. We'll blast through this one. This story is actually 7 years old, but it's more of informational. So you can start an argument at your Thanksgiving dinner table with this one, and be sure you correct them continuously until they ask you to stop.
Do you call it stuffing or dressing?
Oh, really?
I call it stuffing, but that's me. That's just me. I'm just a dimwit, stupid guy from Ohio. Correctly identifying her family as a bunch of carb-obsessed lunatics, my mother both stuffed the turkey and made a separate casserole dish of stuffing to bake on the outside. Truth be told, that was my favorite part, as I thought the interior stuffing got too gooey, while the outside baked up nice and crisp. Since the majority of my family agreed, eventually we gave up on the stuffing part of the stuffing altogether. Throw a few lemons in the bird, and instead just focusing on crispy edge casserole stuffing. And I can see that. I think that's how we roll around here when we do stuffing. It's not done in the turkey. In fact, this sounds controversial. Tomorrow, I am not making turkey.
Hot dogs?
No, I am making my traditional seasonal meatballs.
Are they at least like made of ground turkey?
No, they're made of ground beef. And
commie.
I'm making meatballs with marinara sauce, some mozzarella cheese, some
Just
onion.
like a mama used to make.
Yeah, it's just like my mama used to make. And because we're not going to be here for Christmas, and it's just small. It's just us here this year, and so yeah, we're doing that. But yeah, stuffing versus dressing. I'm going to go with dressing. Like, I don't like my stuffing in the turkey. I've had it that way. I do agree with this author that it does get mushy. It gets very Play-Doh-y at times. And so yeah, on the outside, I like a crisp, well cooked stuffing. What about you? Do you like yours in or out, Gretchen?
Well, so I do prefer the outside the bird, but that makes it dressing. Stuffing is when you put it in the bird. You stuff it in the bird, and dressing, you put it on the outside, and it's for dressing up the meal. So please take that information as you will and get in debates at the dinner table tomorrow. And like I said, you want to be insufferable about it. Then bring up the carbon footprint.
I think so. I think you got to knock them down with this one first. Start an argument over nonsense like this. Bring up carbon footprint second. Palestine third is the win.
Also, if you want to be fun, you stop at Walmart on the way in, buy a box of their 97-cent stuffing mix. You can throw the stuffing away. Take the empty box and leave that in the kitchen over by the trash can or something.
And then if you really want to take them down, you break out that Baja Blast Pie, and they won't know what hit
them with the pie.
They won't know what to think anymore. What world am I in? Let's see here. Okay, I think it's a controversial topic. I get it. All right.
Well, I got one to wrap us up.
All right, let's wrap it up with one more.
Look, man, like when I hang, and I ain't hanging with it.
So this one's for after your Thanksgiving meal.
Okay.
Our good friends at USA Today have a suggestion to help you process and digest all that food. Thanks to Ellie in the Discord for digging this one up. So here's how to make yourself feel better. I would say after you debate all these merits of different types of stuffing and dressing, and you bring up your carbon footprint, and you discuss Gaza and Palestine endlessly, and then you force people to choke down Baja Blast Pie, here's what comes after.
All right. Time for a Thanksgiving fart walk. Here's how it can help you.
This is damn exciting stuff.
Well, that directly references the previous story I had with the Venvera, that device from the 17th century aristocrats who wanted to cover up their stench. But maybe the walk is the solution here. It's Thanksgiving, and those pants are feeling a bit tighter than before the dinner. Well, it might be tempting to curl up on the couch and take a nap. Consider going for a fart walk instead. Marilyn Smith, the award-winning cookbook author who popularized the term, recommends taking a short walk after dinner to help with digestion and bloating. Quote, going for a fart walk after dinner is something that is going to help you age wonderfully. And they actually have a picture, like a little video of people walking. At least they did. Now they're just showing pictures of people.
Yeah, these are unrelated videos. So yeah.
Now they're just showing images of the National Guard being shot. So that's nice.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do after dinner.
Going for a fart walk after dinner is something that is going to help you age wonderfully, Smith said in a TikTok video. The name of the stroll may induce laughter, but cultures around the globe believe in the power of short walks after a big dinner. In Italy, it's called La Passeggiatinati.
I was going to let you go with that one.
Wrong.
I think
La Passeggiata.
La Passeggiata?
Yes, La Passeggiata. By the way, she is full of shit, because that is not what that is. In Italy, la passeggiata is you go out for a stroll before dinner to meet and socialize and kind of chat with your neighbors, and then you go back for dinner because they have dinner much later. She says this is after dinner as a fart walk. She's wrong.
It's bullshit. Wrong.
Yeah. So, Mike, after your
my meatballs,
but if you wanted to, after your traditional Mama's Italian meatballs,
yes,
you can go out for a traditional Mama's Italian la passeggiata.
I will let everyone know that we're going out for the traditional Italian fart walk. If you take 100 steps after each meal, you'll live to be 99. Oh yeah? Well, if I don't, I'm suing because I'm going to do this.
You said, and it doesn't say this is not medical advice.
Here's what you need to know about fart walks and how they can benefit you. Okay. A fart walk is a stroll you take within an hour after eating a meal that helps you get the stomach moving and could reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
I don't see how that's possible.
Well, what if I want it? According to the
I'm working towards type 3 diabetes.
Yeah. Okay. What are the benefits of fart walks? You open up your bowels and empty out your stomach more quickly. When you walk, or do I get...
What kind of knees bent, wide-legged walking is this?
Yeah, I don't want to like step out the door, like put all my shoes on and all that stuff, and then as soon as I start strolling, I'm like, oh, my stomach hurts. I gotta go to the bathroom. My bowels are open. It helps alleviate bloating, reduce acid reflux, and it moderates blood sugar levels. Well,
I guess maybe because you're exercising. Maybe that's what you mean.
Blood.
In general, there's also plenty of other benefits for going for walks, according to the Mayo Clinic. Going for walks can help adults lose and maintain weight, prevent conditions such as heart disease, strokes, and high blood pressure, cancer, and type 2 diabetes, strengthen muscle and bones, and improve cardiovascular fitness. This sounds amazing. I can do it. I can be healthy again if I can just walk.
We're doing it.
Adults should aim to complete 30 to 60 minutes of aerobic activity most days of the week, according to the clinic. I try to. I'm probably at the 45-minute. But I think that I'm including taking care of goats and chickens in that time too. So,
well, you want to do a high-intensity aerobic exercise. You want to get your heart rate up to about 70% of your maximum based on your age and your weight. So make sure you are out there Jane Fonda dancing around as you're taking care of your goats and your chickens, and that would be fine.
I do 20 minutes on the row machine so I can watch Star Wars, and then I will go out and I've been watching Andor and whatever's on that channel, and I watch the Star Wars and I row. But then I'll go out and take care of chickens and goats, and I gotta jump over fences. I gotta pick up water. I'm doing stuff. I'm not like, I don't know if I'm not racing because they'll scare the chickens and the goats, but I'm definitely moving with purpose. Let's see here. Who should go for walks?
I would skip all the way down to the when should you go. The rest of it's nonsense.
When should I go for your Thanksgiving fart walk? Well, aim to go on a walk within an hour of eating your Thanksgiving meal, according to the University of Washington. Blood sugar usually spikes about an hour after eating the meal, so the optimal time to go for a walk should be before that happens. Smith recommends walking a span from 10 to 20 minutes after meals. What if I'm drunk, though? Like, that's the thing. It's like,
well, then you're stumbling. You're not walking.
Yeah, I guess I got to stumble for 20 to 30 minutes after the meals, and like, so yeah, a lot of people get just completely plastered on holidays, and they're really not in the mood for a walk. I could go for a drive, that might be a little bit more my speed.
You want to do. Yeah. You want to get Uncle Jerry, who's had like way too much to drink and is now ranting about Trump. You want to invite him to go for a drive. Let him drive too.
I need to burn up this meal. I'm going for a drive.
My blood sugar's getting too high. I need to go for a drive out here. Jerry, you want to drive?
Taking the family for a drive. We all need to digest a little quicker around here. All right. Well, there's
Helps with the digestion.
Well, there's your tips, people.
And after inner drive. I would like to hear from anybody who tries the Walmart stuffing trick, but just throw the stuffing away or give it to shelter or something. But leave the box in the kitchen where people can see it.
Yeah, I would like to know are people doing homemade stuffing? Because that takes a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
But it could taste better. I think that's what if we were to have that, that's what we would do around here, I believe. But I don't know. Stovetop can't go wrong. It's classic. Nothing but respect. And if you got the great value, love to know about that too. Did that serve its purpose? Did the Walmart brand serve its purpose? Did people even notice that it was Walmart? They may not. You can spice that thing up, put the right ingredients in there. People might not know. Well, until this weekend, people can go to obdmpod.com or ourbigdumbmouth.com. You can join the Discord for as little as $1 a month. And if you're spending like $5 a month, you get a bunch of extra old OBDM episodes where people are saying my voice sounds weird. Yeah, my voice sounds weird in those old episodes because I'm like in my 20s. Like I'm
going to blame it on a different microphone.
It probably is. Well, yeah, it's different EQs, different microphones, all that stuff. I was also singing like weekly in a metal band, so my voice was really abused at that point. And I was just younger too, so it's the way it is. Yeah, I'm turning 48 this year. Oh my God, turning 48.
Okay.
Almost 50, which means you're about dead.
Yeah. Ain't getting any better than this. What?
Well, yeah. Share the show with anybody at your Thanksgivings. Don't let them leave until you tell them all about OBDM.
Yeah, it's not that stupid. We covered a lot of family topics today. Things that I think are fairly useful to people. Important topics to consider.
And thanks again to our friends at Armed Attorneys for shouting out on the air on that.
Yeah, big time. Well, thank you, Cratchit. Thank you, everyone. Shablagoo. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and keep watching the skis. There's turkeys falling from helicopters out there.
I love that headline.
That's about all.
Shablagoo.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Well, now you know the rest of the story.
You're going to prison in Florida for 5 years.